I'm Ashley here on Talking Books with Ashley to do an August wrap-up. To talk about all the books I read in the month of August. There actually aren't that many. I haven't really got back into the groove of reading like I was. We have some stuff going on, and so I haven't really been reading like I usually do. And I always slow down in the summer months, and I know we're now going into fall, but maybe I'll pick up hopefully by October, because I do Spookytober in October, so we shall see. The first 3 books I want to talk about are the 3 Kindle books I read for the month of August. The first is, can you see it? I'm trying to show it to you without the glare on my phone. Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. This is the first in a series by Kennedy Ryan. They're professional basketball player romances. This features a heroine in a abusive relationship to one player who meets another player that she has a automatic connection with. His name is August. I don't remember her name. Iris. Yes, I do. Iris and August. I don't actually, I mean, it was a good book because for once it wasn't about the hero getting the heroine out of the relationship. She got herself out. She saved herself. And that's very rare in romances, especially that the heroine saves themselves. And in this one she did. And I appreciated that aspect to the story. But I cannot tell you how many graphic rape scenes and abuse scenes there were in this. And yes, I get the point. She was making it as realistic as possible. But it was a rough read. It was not for me in the end. I mean, I still gave it, I think, 4 stars. But not my kind of book. The next is The Red Parts by Maggie Nelson. You can see stuff in the background. Anyways, Maggie Nelson is the author of The Agronauts, I think is how you say it, which is her probably biggest book. But this is the autobiography of a trial. But it's not really. It's more memoir. It was going to be my true crime book of the month, which it ended up being my true crime book of the month, and it was good, but it was more about the trial aspect than the true crime aspect. And she talks about how dealing with murder and true crime, and how she wrote a book for her aunt who was murdered, and it's specifically about her aunt's trial. Her aunt was murdered in, I think, the 70s, and they thought for the longest time she was a victim of a serial killer, and it turns out she wasn't. Somebody else had actually murdered her, and then they found out who, and there was a trial in the 2000s, and how her family handled that, how she handled that, and everything. It was good. I'm not gonna dig anymore because I was gonna make a separate video about that, but now I might not. Third is the only graphic novel I read for the month. Can you... The glare. Hold on. Let me do this. See if it helps. And my dog... Oh, there. That's better. Check Please Book 2. Sticks and Scones. I'm not gonna say the author's name. This is the only graphic novel I read for the month of August. I have ruined my goal, because like I read 3 for June and July and now 1 in August, so 4 total past 3 months. This one is actually pretty decent. It was funny. It's about this couple who play hockey in the north, I believe, in Washington, because hockey's not big around here, and it's a male romance, and it's cute. It was fun. It's about Biddy's senior year. He's struggling to go about his senior year, struggling to make it what it's supposed to be and how life is supposed to go and everything like that. It was a lot of fun for a graphic novel. The next I'll talk about the historical romances I read in the month of got allergies, and I went and took my dog to get groomed earlier, and he's come back and he's shedding. Even though we got him de-shed, he's still shedding. So, and it was all in my car, all in my face. Anyways, next book, The Highwayman by, is it The Highwayman or Highwayman? Anyways, The Highwayman by Kerrigan Bryan. The next I read in August, it's a historical romance about Farah and the Black Heart of Benmore, Dorian Blackwell. This one is a little bit different than other historicals that I've read because the heroine actually works a job at the police department, and she sometimes deals with criminals. And set in 1855, that is not normal because women didn't work, or if they did, they were domestics. And there's class differences, there's some emotional turmoil. The hero doesn't want to be touched, can't let anybody physically touch him, which, you know, the cover, that doesn't display that, but yes, it has that in there. There's some twist, more than one. It's, so far in all of Kerrigan Bryan's books, just about have been either harassment or assault of some kind, and that's not my favorite thing, but it is what it is. The next by her that I read, How to Lose a Duke in 10 Days. Play on How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I will say in the very beginning of this one, there is a explicit sexual assault that happens. This one starts out in the 1880 and goes to, I think, like oh well, what does it matter? 1890, 10 years later. It's about this girl who, family has gone, Lady Alexandra Lane, who's a doctor, her family has gone bankrupt. She, has been blackmailed. She's been paying a blackmailer, and her friends don't know it, and all of a sudden her family's bankrupt and she can't pay the blackmailer anymore, and she's afraid that her secrets is going to be told, and so she agrees to marry somebody for money, basically, to pay the blackmailer, and it was good. I enjoyed it. Not my favorite by her. These two, neither one. And if you notice, her historicals are chunky. St. Martin's paperback. My favorite by her is still the historical, not romance, just historical mystery based in Jack the Ripper's time, called A Business is Blood. I would highly, highly recommend that one. Then I'm just going to go to the next historical on the list. Mr. Malcolm's List by Suzanne Elaine. I think this has a new cover. I think it had a different cover. And I'm pretty sure it was published in like 2009. And if you really must know why I read it, it says it's soon to be a major motion picture. And it's literally all over Instagram right now. All over the place. I saw it everywhere I looked. So I decided to grab it. And I'm so glad I did. It's funny. There's a lot of scheming between everybody involved. There's so much scheming, and I really enjoyed the characters, the story arc, the funny parts, and I'm really excited to see the movie, because historical romance, they make movies out of them, but I don't care if they're, well, any romance, like Crazy Rich Asians, I didn't care it wasn't the exact same. They're different. One's a movie, one's a book. Next, I'm not going to delve deep into this one because I'm going to do a separate video. Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. I read it, 5 stars. It's the story of Twilight from Edward's perspective. That's all I'm going to say. 5 stars. And next, I'm going to make a video of this. Also 5 stars. Harrow the Ninth. The sequel to Gideon the Ninth. I have gushed and gushed and gushed about Harrow and Gideon. I actually reread Gideon too. And I gave Gideon the Ninth another 5 stars. Look at that weird cover. if it's not fuzzy. I don't know. I can't see. My glasses are on my head. But if I put them on, everything is like glary. So, just fantastic. And last but not least, the Reese Witherspoon's Book Club Pick of the Month. Everything Inside, stories by Edwidge Danticat. This is a book of stories, short stories, and I gave it 4 stars. This is actually one of my favorite books I've read this year on the Reese Witherspoon's book list. I'm going to make another video about it. I'm not going to dig into it. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It was really fast. I mean, essays, or not essays, but short stories. I love short stories. Just about all short stories are going to get a 5 collection are going to get 5 stars or 4 stars from me, because they're just day in the life little snippets of a book. You know, I enjoyed it. But those were my books for the month. If you have any questions, thoughts, or comments, please leave them down below. If you have, if you've ever read any and have any different opinions, like I know people will have stronger opinions about Midnight Sun, but I'll do another video to discuss that. If you would like any recommendations, let me know. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Please like and subscribe. Bye!